Hey Kevin, how you doing? All right, good job, good job. All right, so I was looking through this. I think a lot of this makes sense. I do have just a couple of comments. Hey, by the way, did you know that you can place a GIF? If you just place a GIF right in here, it'll play in your body copy. You don't have to attach the image. PSD. Yeah, you can just do just place the as a place image right here. You select the GIF and it'll play right in your body copy. You can see a lot of the other students have done that. So food for thought, right? Okay. You might end up if you do that, if you repost with the GIF right in the body copy here, you might find that you get more feedback because right now students are going to have to link out here, open Photoshop to take a look at the work. So food for thought, right? Okay, so everything makes sense here. Let's go ahead and jump over to the ad. All right, just a couple of things now. If I play the ad, I think first of all, everything looks great. Everything looks really fantastic. Your images are just gorgeous. I think that they really got a nice touch here with the image adjustments, especially with the saturation and vibrance levels. I think that they really point to this really saturated, vibrant color that would be associated with this type of a setting. So that's fantastic. Nice consistency between the adjustments of the masked image as well as the background image. Masked image is excellent. No indications of original background there. Everything's looking fantastic. Logos placed beautifully. No distortions there. Good job with your text. And the animation works as we play the play button. We can see now one thing with the animation. I think that it's sometimes it's difficult to tell in Photoshop, but we would have to see the actual GIF. But right now, I think that might be just I would slow it down a little bit. Remember, you want a really super relaxed feel here. I would recommend slowing that fade down a little bit. Don't ever let it disappear because right now we see right here, right there, frame 7, there's nothing there. So between frame 6 and frame 8, if the viewer looks at this, right, and glances at it on a web page, and they don't see anything here, they could look away and miss information, right? So you don't want to take that animation and make it completely invisible. Just fade it out so that it's almost, you know, so the transparency is down, but not all the way, and then bring it back, fade it in, let it stay for a second, and then follow that loop. Okay, one thing I would recommend is right now I think this is a little placement of the image is let's go ahead and stop that animation. Placement of the image is a little problematic, and the reason I say that is because it's almost dead center, and we know as designers that something center alignment and center placement just is not usually the most interesting thing. And this small file size, I think it's detrimental to the success of the ad because it fragments the ad into two basic different sections. We have this side and we have this side separated by this image. I think we can increase the harmony by doing a couple of minor things. Number one, I think the type is too big. Watch my cursor. I would reduce this whole configuration right here. Watch my cursor. Something like this for the headline, just to about right there. And then follow accordingly with the subhead. And then you can even reduce the size of this just a little bit, the call to action. And you're right, you do have St. Thomas in there, so you don't have to include St. Thomas anywhere else, or you don't have to include the contact information, right? So that's perfect. So that leaves us with this issue right here, okay? My recommendation here is to do this. Once you reduce the type size here, it's going to open up a nice area of space here. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce this image, the family, and we're going to place them right over here. And they're going to be reduced, which don't worry about it. I mean, even at this size, they're perfectly legible. And so what you can do is you could even bring this down a little bit, pull it down so that the bottom of the ad comes right about to there. So little Junior's face is just right at the top of the ad. So we're losing that bottom, but you could decrease the size a little bit, try that. But we want to place the mask image right there. Okay, then we want to take this logo. You can even reduce the size of that a little bit, place it right up there. Okay, and I think that's really going to improve the overall page mechanics and the overall accessibility of the ad itself. Okay, so fantastic. If you want to make those changes and repost, go ahead. If you do, make sure you put your magazine ad in here. So I did leave this announcement over here asking students to leave the a magazine ad along with the banner ad, but apparently that was not seen. So if you want to, when you repost with those recommended changes, go ahead and include your magazine ad, and then just go ahead and place the GIF right in the body copy. That way it'll be a little more expeditious for people to comment on the work. All right. Other than that, fantastic work. Really good job. If you have any questions at all, or if I can provide any clarification, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so. Okay, outstanding. Thank you very much.